Today we're going to be talking about a book everyone and their mom has read, The Hunger Games. It is a book about oppression, sacrifice, and fear. It is a book about how a country called Pan Am uses its citizens to sustain a utopian city called the capital. This book is inspirational and will definitely keep you on the edge of your seat. I loved it, and I hope that by my review of it, you will love it too and want to read it for yourself. In my previous video, I said there will be no spoilers in these book reviews. However, for certain books, that is going to be nearly impossible. So I retract my statement on that. There will be spoilers, but they'll be minor spoilers. Spoilers that are only essential for the review. Things that happen near the beginning of the book. Now, for some books, this might not be necessary, but for this review, it is necessary that I spoil some of the story, or else I would literally just be saying that, hey, this book's pretty cool, you should read it. The book takes place in the oppressive country of Pan Am, which is sorted by districts. Each of the districts makes materials that keep the capital alive, whether that be lumber, whether that be coal, whether that be electronics. The districts each play their part in keeping the country together. All of the districts do this except for District 13 because it is now destroyed. About 73 years before the story begins, we find out that the districts did rebel against the oppressive capital, but they failed. During this rebellion, District 13 was destroyed as punishment for their crimes against the capital. But destroying the District 13 was not enough to keep the districts in line. The capital needed something more, something that would truly make them remember never to rebel again. So they created a sacrifice of sorts. Each year they would take 24 children, 2 from each of the districts, 1 boy and 1 girl. From the age of 12 until 18, they would put their names in a hat of sorts, a raffle, in which they put them in, and at the end of the year, every year, the names would be drawn, and a boy and a girl would be chosen from each of the districts. This sacrifice is the penalty for the rebellion. This is the Hunger Games. And our story begins in District 12 with a girl that is about 16 years of age. She is putting her name in the raffle, the same as she has since she was 12, and her little sister, Prim, is putting her name in the raffle for the first time now too. They have a simple life. Their father was a coal miner before an accident where he died, and their mother, well, she's not really entirely there anymore since their father died. And they have a pet cat that's quite annoying to our main character, 16-year-old girl. The little girl, Prim, though, loves the cat. This day, where the book begins, it's the reaping, as they call it, the day that the children are taken to be sacrificed in this gladiatorial game, where they will fight each other to the death, with only 1 remaining. They go there, all of them, everyone in the entire district must be there at the reaping. And when they're all gathered up for the children's names to be taken from the hat, Prim's name is chosen for the girls. Our main character, she is distraught. She is absolutely heartbroken that her sister, of all people, of all the little girls, would be chosen. Not that she would want anybody else to be taken, but she can't stand this. She can't stand that her sister will be taken. So she thinks, and there is a way, there is one way to stop her sister from dying. A rule that was enacted long ago, that someone may volunteer themselves as tribute for someone else in their stead. And so she does. She volunteers herself as tribute and will now enter the Hunger Games. This is Katniss Everdeen, our main character. As you can see, this book has themes in sacrifice. It is an essential aspect of it. I believe Jesus said it best when he said, "Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for one's friends." John 15:13. Katniss knows that sacrificing herself to put herself in her sister's place is the only way to save her sister's life, so she does it. It's as simple as that. Sacrifice can also be seen in other ways in this book that don't involve sacrificing one's life, but rather one's comfortability for another. This is the greatest form of love, to do something selflessly for another person, something that in no way benefits you, something that only benefits another. It is this love that is shown, this love that is in great contrast to the evil of the capital. The capital's egregious love for revenge and material goods, their hatred for their own citizens that embody their country. They hate the very people that keep their country running. It is this hatred that makes even the reader gawk in disgust, wishing that the capital would no longer exist. And honestly, that's one of my favorite things about this book, how plain evil is, how it shows you just how evil people can be. And I believe that it is with this plain evil that most readers actually want the capital to be destroyed. I honestly can't say that I've read a book where I was so foolhardy to destroy the antagonist, but honestly, this book, really does it. The antagonist is truly, really evil in this book. Suzanne Collins has said that one of her great inspirations in making this book was the story of Theseus and the Minotaur, in which, in the Greek myth, Minos, to make Athens pay for their crimes, makes Athens sacrifice 7 boys and 7 girls to go into the labyrinth and be hunted by the Minotaur. Suzanne Collins was also inspired by reality television and how contestants compete for a prize. In the same way, the Hunger Games, the people compete for victory, because not only do they get to live, they also get, a year's worth of rations, or I think it's a little more than that, but she said she was inspired by flipping through channels and going from watching a game show to going to watching news about the war, and how desensitized people can become to war. Because in the book, how she portrayed that is that the citizens are forced to watch the game show that is the Hunger Games, because it's not just a gladiatorial game where nobody's watching, everybody is watching. Everybody in the entirety of Pan Am is being forced to watch this brutal bloodbath, and some people are completely desensitized to it. Suzanne Collins said there were 3 things that made a good gladiatorial game: an all-powerful and ruthless government, people forced to fight to the death, and the game being viewed as a source of popular entertainment. In these 3 things, the Hunger Games is set. Its brutal bloodiness being depicted as something that's entertaining and fun when actual people are dying in the story. And also just a tidbit of information, a little bit of information to be set for the record. That way, years from now, if this rumor starts, you guys can go back to this video and say, he already mentioned it. He already answered the question. I am in no way related to Suzanne Collins. My name may be Peter Collins, but Suzanne Collins is not my aunt. She's not my cousin. She's not my distant relative. We might not even be related by forms of our last names, because the Collins last name has multiple origins, so we are not related in the slightest, except for in the fact that we're both humans. So I am not related to her. I can almost guarantee you that one day the Hunger Games will be considered a classic akin to the classics of our day and age. It shows us how an evil government, given absolute control, the horrors that they can enact on their citizens. It shows us how even when we are surrounded by evil in the world, there are still good people, and not everything is dark and dreary. Anyway, I hope that from this review of the Hunger Games, it has made you want to read it. If you want to read it, go buy it from your local library, or, well, I don't know whether you would buy it from your local library, unless they're having a book sale. But go and buy it off the internet or at a store. Put it on hold at the library if you don't want to pay for it. And if you already wanted to read it before watching this video, what are you waiting for? Just go and read it already. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and, I hope you guys are looking forward to my other book reviews. As always, I would like recommendations in the comments, so if you guys have any books you want to recommend me read, put them down there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day, and have a happy Hunger Games.